Go.
So, we are going to be looking at a new model text today, okay? But before we do that, we're going to do our Power 10 words. So, we sometimes do these when we get lots of new words in a text. We looked at new words last week, can you remember, before we looked at the model text? So, we're going to read them together. Then we're going to talk about any ones that we might already know or think we maybe know part of. And then your activity is going to be filling in the grid you've got with 3 words that you're going to find out the meaning of with dictionaries or online dictionaries at home. Right, anyone know what this one says? Allegiance. Yeah, no, you've read it perfectly fine. That's why it's a really good idea to say them out loud together, isn't it? Allegiance. Allegiance. But it is allegiance, isn't it? Allegiance. This one? So if you know it's allegiance, what about this one? Alliance. Alliance. Well done. What this one?
Reckless.
Yeah, this one. It's a long one. Man. Right, stand out. Man. It. You. Lay. Should. Manipulation. Manipulation. This one. Dedication. Well done. This one.
Is it proud?
Nearly craved. Craved. This one. Vulnerable. I don't say it how it's spelled. I think sometimes that's why I sometimes spell it wrong. Vulnerable. This one. Irrepressible. This one. Prowling. And this one. I can guarantee at home, Millie Blair might know this one. I think we've talked about this one. Raining. Not like this kind of raining. Not this kind of. Right, let's have a chat about what you think they mean. Anyone look at any of those words and think, I think I know what that word means already, without looking in any dictionaries, just straight off. Do you know what prowling is? Yeah, any idea what prowling would mean?
Is it like what big cats do?
Yeah, perfect. Big cats prowl. It's a really good example actually, because often they prowl around. So if you think about what big cats do, it gives you a picture in your mind of what that word means, doesn't it? Kind of a crawling, like they're creeping up on something, doesn't it? Yeah? What about craved? We've done this in PWP, craved, I think, when we, not necessarily the word, but when we've talked about different words that relate to it.
Is it like you just really, really want something?
Yeah. I bet you've heard someone at home go, oh, I just really crave chocolate. Yeah? Especially if you've got a baby brother or sister and you can remember when your mum might have been pregnant with your baby brother or sister, they say pregnant people have cravings. They just really, really need a certain thing. Like nothing else is on their brain, just I need this. Bet sometimes we talked last week about our favourite food, things like pizzas and things, but sometimes you think, I just really fancy pizza. It's a bit like that, but a bit more than that. Any other words you've heard of? Reckless? Yeah?
Isn't it when, like, say you go to a room that's not messy at all, you go, this is a reckless?
Not quite, but good go, but not quite. Let's do here.
It's sort of where you're really boisterous and you don't care about what's happening to
The second part, not caring. When you're reckless, you do things without really thinking about it, without really caring about it. Often very dangerous things that you do. So if you're reckless, people might, ride your bike recklessly, which means you're zigzagging everywhere and not really paying attention to what you're doing. Sometimes sports, especially in games like football and stuff, if you're a bit reckless with your tackling, you'll get sent off, won't you? Because it's dangerous and it could hurt somebody else. Okay, so we think we know what this one means. This one. What about irresponsible? Sure, we've covered that word. Have we just talked about that word? Not irresponsible, it's irrepressible. Thank you. But irrepressible. Have a go.
Can't impress someone.
Kind of. You're looking at the word, this pressible bit in the middle. Think you kind of. So something to do maybe impressing someone or something to do with that maybe. Any other ideas?
Does it sort of mean like you can't impress a certain thing?
Not quite impress as in make someone think, oh wow, you've done that really well. But you know what, you're not bad. It's not completely off the wrong tangent, but it's not quite there. Okay, so that's one we definitely need to look up. Allegiance and alliance. No, quite similar sounding. Not necessarily the way they're written, the way they're spelled, but allegiance and alliance, or they have a similarity, don't they?
Does alliance mean like it's a group of people?
Not bad, little groups of people, but maybe a bit more than that.
Does alliance mean a bit like a purpose to do with someone?
Maybe. Any more?
Does alliance also mean where like two people come up to form like a gang or something?
So two groups of people who join together to form a gang or something like that. You are on the right lines. You're on the right lines. That won't be definitely what we look into. I wonder if anyone knows raining. It's not the stuff that falls out of the sky. It's not spelled right, is it? We've talked about this when we've done spellings, haven't we? Have a go.
Isn't it like the horse rain?
Now, no. Good girl though. That's the rain as in the wet stuff that falls out the sky. That, I've got the I and the E the right way round, is the horse's rain. This one is slightly different. Go on then.
Is it like when, say, the Queen can reign the world?
It's something to do with the Queen or the King and royalty. So the reigning Queen, it means the Queen who is currently in charge. So at the moment, our reigning Queen is Queen Elizabeth II, okay? In Queen Victoria's time, she would have been the reigning Queen, okay? So that, well done. Powers of almost get rid of the ones you don't already know, really good, because there is those three different ways. So I would say this one we know as well. So we've got allegiance, alliance, manipulation, dedication, vulnerable, irrepressible. Oh, have you got one?
Does dedication mean like for someone?
Yes, so if you could be dedicated to someone, which means you completely... Go on, have a go before I finish.
Oh no, it's not as bad. It's just because
Oh, okay. Well, anything else about dedication?
It means like when you're really determined to that thing. Like,
Yes, about a certain thing. You're dedicated to a certain thing. If you could do a sport, if you do a sport and you do lots and lots of that sport, so you might be swimming, might be football, might be something else, you're dedicated to that sport, which means you spend a lot of your time for that. Okay? We need to think about it when we come to our text. We will see how it relates to our text. But I think we've got dedication as well. Yeah? Any more?
Doesn't manipulation mean like, say, you want to do something and that person says no, or...
So, you want to do something but someone says no. So what does the manipulation, where does that come in?
So it's like when they say no, you can't, and it's kind of like, I don't really know.
You're on the right line. It's that next bit, isn't it?
Does it really maybe confuse someone to like get away with something?
Yes, but it's not, it's purposefully. It's purposefully making someone do something for your own intentions.
Isn't it like you can like there's two sides to a story. You manipulate your sides, so you're almost lying about how you saw it.
It's a very underhand, sneaky way of getting your own way. So you might manipulate people. So for example, I really, really, really think that, oh gosh, I can't think of something now. Anything. What can I think of?
Cheesecake.
Like how Trump kind of manipulates those people to do bad things.
Very topical. Donald Trump, did you know the storming of the, have you all seen that on the news? He manipulated those people. He didn't outright say, I tell you to go and do this. He just put an idea in their head and made them think that that was the right way of doing it and what they should do. So he kind of felt like he wasn't in trouble because he didn't tell them to do it, but he made them think that that's what he wanted them to do. So it's a very sly, you know that word we've done in PWP, a very conniving and very underhand way of getting people to do what you want, even though it's not necessarily what they want to do necessarily. Does that make sense? So the task now, the warm-up task, is to pick 3 of these words on your grid that I've just given you, that you're all now hidden. Who's got a grid in front of them? It says, sorry, you're going to pick 3, well there's 4 boxes, so you can drop to 4, 3 or 4 words, what you think it means first in the box, so without looking up in the dictionary. You might want to put it in a sentence, okay? Sometimes it's hard to explain, but sometimes you can use it in a sentence. And then at the end you're going to write the dictionary definition. So you're going to copy it out of the dictionary, okay? If it's got more than one meaning, you might need to decide which one you think relates to this time. Does that make sense? Yep? Fab.